Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. I am Chase, here with Christian. We are your RMFantasy SXperts. It is time for round 5. Oakland, coming up this weekend. We're going to talk about key stats and some track trends to give you guys the info you need to make your top 5 picks and also your wild card. Now let's do a little race recap from last weekend. Christian.
Big race last week.
What just happened?
The whole results were shook up. We all got taken by surprise.
Yeah, a grenade was thrown into Fantasy SX is what happened.
Most surprising, Eli Tomac comes out, smokes the competition, wins by a long shot. What do you got going on here?
I don't want to talk too much about it. It's
Get
a
it
sensitive
off your chest,
subject. Yeah. I am sorry. If you watched last week's episode, you know what this is about.
The Tomaculate disaster's out?
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay, we'll get into it
We'll
then.
talk about it a little later. All right.
Other news, Chad Reed, Davey Millsaps make their first top 5. Seeley's still in the top 5. And Josh Grant hits his second wild card of the season. So
We've only had 2 wild card winners.
Grant and Millsaps have been alternating. I don't know what's going on there.
That is rare.
Something strange, but
right.
something to know. We crunched the numbers from last week's player picks, and it was even worse than the week before. So if you had a bad week, don't get too down on yourself. Everyone kind of had a down week. Our average was barely over 19 points. Only 5% got the wild card, and only 0.02% even had the top 5 in their top 5 in some type of order.
0.02%.
Yeah, so it was a tough week.
What?
But just remember, if you see those high scores, it doesn't mean you're out. Get 1 or 2 picks right, 3 sometimes, you're going to be in it.
Yep.
So no player has ever won 2 weekly prizes in a season.
Wow.
So.
And remember, we're going to have double points rounds later on, so you have chances to make it up, and you can take some wild bets there. Yeah. Now, we do have some injuries we need to talk about. Kennard, Roxon, Pike, those 3 are out. Barsh is still out with the wrist injury, and Justin Bogle, haven't really heard much, but I would make sure pay attention to practice times if you're thinking about putting him maybe in the wild card spot for this week. Look at practice. That will let you know if he actually is going to be racing. Let's talk about track trends.
So, series heading back to California after a visit to Phoenix, going to Oakland. Open stadium. Looks like there might be rain there the day before, the day after. We'll see race day.
Could be some moisture on the track.
Check your rain watches, and long start outside, 2 lanes on the outside of the track. I did notice 2 whoop sections. Can I get a whoop whoop, please?
Whoop whoop!
Not what Muskin wants to hear, but they're there, so we'll see how everyone does on it. And it's the first stadium that's for baseball and football on the schedule, so
Interesting.
things to watch out for.
All right.
All right, and let's get into the points battle.
Let's do it. All right, it's the meat and potatoes. Points battle. Got to talk about the Dunge. Ryan Dungey. 3rd last weekend.
Solid race.
Solid race.
Not bad.
Got passed by Reed, though. That was surprising.
Yes, passed and smoked by Reed and
put
Tomac.
Reed in my top 5. I took a gamble. 2nd place, though, was not even anywhere near what I thought he was going to be.
I think he might have woke a sleeping giant here, so
I hope so. I want to see this championship come down to the wire. Now, Dungey's got an average start of just over 2.5, so best average start of the year. The question is, and I want to know what you guys think about this, was Dungey playing it safe last week, or
did they just have too much for him? That's the question I want to find out this week.
And do we put him right back on top of the box coming into this week?
I think so.
You think so?
Last year he qualified first, started first, led every lap, finished first in Oakland.
Night.
So, and he's due. What has it been for? 2 or 3 races since he's won.
Okay.
So.
I don't have him winning this week. We'll talk about it a little bit more. But hey, I want to know what you guys think. Is Dunge going back to top of the box, or do we have other contenders who are going to be throwing a wrench into his night? So we will figure that out. Muskin, though,
Did not look good.
did not at all. And I don't want to point out a coincidence, but there was a big, long whoop section.
Yeah.
And this week we got 2 of those.
He was struggling. I mean, people were reeling him in, going by him. He'd catch him in other sections, but every time the whoops came up, he was having a hard time. So this
biggest
week he could
surprise
have
was he finished where he started.
Yeah.
Which kind of tells me if Muskin doesn't get a good start,
he's not passing people.
I just don't see, he doesn't have that aggression, I feel like. He didn't move forward. He battled with Webb. So that was, it was pretty wild. He qualified 6th last week and finished 9th. So it's his worst night overall for everything.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind, guys. Muskin, I don't know what you guys are thinking. Right now, top 5, I feel like it really is just dictated on the start that he gets.
On the uptick. That was the only race last year he was on the podium, was Oakland. So maybe he has a thing there. I don't know.
Well, we will find out, sure enough. Now, who else we got?
Other riders like to talk about Cole Seeley. Cole,
He's a
not
sleeper.
talked about Seeley still. There's only about 60% even put him in their top 5. I don't know where this 40% is. I mean, he's been in the top 5 last 3 rounds, just made the podium. He's got the second best average start to Dungey,
which is 4.75.
I mean, he's starting in the top 5. He's only lost 1 spot after lap 1 all season.
Bottom line, if you don't put Seeley in
He's
your
gotta
top
be in
5,
there, yeah.
you're crazy.
Yep,
the question is he a third, a second? Is he a win guy? You know, that could be that gamble you take that's going to get you some points. What do you guys think? Is Seeley...
Is he building steam?
Yeah, is he going to be that third, fourth place guy, or does he have what it takes to jump up to the top of the box? I hope so. I like Seeley.
I do too. Now, another hot topic, Eli Tomac. You were hard on him last week. Came out, shut us all up.
He
How do you feel about him
me.
this
He
week?
shut me up.
The Tomac train is rolling.
It is, and the bandwagon left, and I jumped on it too because not only did I ream Tomac last week, and I said absolutely not put him in your top 5 because he got 8th last week or the week before. What does he do? Gaps the field by 18 seconds halfway through and freaking destroys it, and I feel like an idiot watching it on my couch.
I haven't seen a win like that in a while. So is it figured out? Is he back?
Said he was happy, made some bike changes. The question is, you know, how many of you guys are going to put him back in your top 5? And I'm a hypocrite. I pick him to win this week.
Okay. And that goes against that. He's never won back-to-back races.
Never
on
won
450.
back-to-back 50. Yeah.
But whenever he's won, he's always been in the top 5 the next week. So
I made a prediction last week that Reed would get in the top 5 for the first time. I was right there. I'm hoping I'm right about this one.
redeem yourself.
Redeem myself.
I like it.
Okay, Tomac, top 5. I got him to win.
Okay.
All right, so next up, we got to talk about some guys who could potentially break the top 5. You want to pay attention, called weekly spoilers.
So let's get into the spoiler section where we talk about the less picked riders that could make it into the top 5. If you want to make up some points, this is your chance to do it. Last week would have been perfect. So
yeah,
here's a couple riders that less picked we still think could make it. Chad Reed surprised me last week. Had about the same percentage of people picked him in the top 5 as the wild card. So he's kind of all over the map. Last year after he finished second for the first time, the next race he finished second again. So
you got him a spoiler.
He's a spoiler, but he's going to be in my picks this week. I think he's got the train rolling right now.
Okay.
So I'm on the bandwagon. And he was faster than Tomac 8 of the last 10 laps last week. I don't know if Tomac was slowing down or that's 8 laps, it's not 1 or 2. So
okay, what do you?
Is he turning it on? Is he going to make it? We want to know what you guys think.
Is Reed a top 5 guy solid now, or is that like a fluke? I don't know. What do you guys think? Comment below.
Another one I have is Blake Baggett. He's been qualifying fast all year, doing good in the heats, staying right behind Millsaps last week. So
he proved last week he has the speed.
It's only a matter of time.
Fastest qualifier overall.
Yeah, he's went 20-10-7 this season, so he's in the right direction.
Okay,
so
fair enough.
Who do you got for your spoilers?
Davey Millsaps, 5th place last week. He was barely picked, 4.81%, put him in their top 5 last week. He has been he's been 5th to 7th place all year.
Yeah.
So Millsaps
won 2 heats already.
Won 2 heat races. He can be there. He's proven it. So if you want to take a bit of a gamble, I wouldn't even call it really a gamble. I just say, hey, if you want to put Millsaps in your top 5, I don't think anyone's going to argue with you.
Well, he speeds up at the end of the race, which is
he
awesome.
had his fastest lap, which was at the very end of the race last week.
Good signs.
Now Anderson, he's been demoted a little bit.
We love him.
We love him. And, well, yeah, you make it exciting. You take out other
We
riders.
love to watch him out there.
Webb doesn't love him right now. But with Anderson, he is dealing with the arm injury that he did suffer the week before. So he wasn't able to ride. So a couple of things that put him back there in that position he finished.
It's just not 100%.
Yeah, but again,
he's going to be back.
I don't know what to do with Anderson this week. It's like, I don't know if he's healthy, if he's just going to come out. So that's why I put him as a spoiler. You know, 70% had him in their top 5 last week, and he was way out from that. So Anderson, he could be there. Is it a safe bet? I just don't know. So he's going to be a spoiler this week. Now, next up, we got to talk about probably the most important pick of each week. That is the wild card.
So this week, wild card watch, 8th place. Interesting position. My first pick, and who I have locked in right now, Cooper Webb. All season, he's been averaging around there. He's qualifying almost 9th.
He did get 4th.
Starting almost 9th. his average finishes ninth even with that. I'm
Okay.
just going with the averages here. He seems to be around that range. So, and he finished 8th last week.
True.
So other ones to watch, Justin Brayton, 2-time wildcard champion Josh Grant. And who do you have for your wildcard?
I've got Malcolm Stewart this week.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like the speed is there to hang with the top 5. However, his fitness has not been as good as he needs it to be. He's even admitted that in post-race interviews, but he's got an entire week to improve. So I see Malcolm even not being in the best race shape.
He started 7-8.
Yeah, if he doesn't crash, I see him finishing that around 8th place. So that's my pick. I got Malcolm Stewart.
Okay, I like it. Well, let's get into the lock 'em in section.
Let's lock him in. It has been a rough week. Probably the hardest so far, easily.
Big shakeups. It's been my hardest week to put my picks
Harder
in.
than A1.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we thought it was going to be the same. It's definitely
No,
not.
last week a bomb went off and changed everything for me.
That's
All
2
right,
weeks. Let's hear
number
your
1
picks.
pick. I'm on the wagon, the train. The Tomac train has left and I jumped on it.
The Tomaculate disaster's out. The Tomaculate success is in now.
Yes.
Okay, I like it.
He's going to do it 2 times in a row, folks. He's going to win. Dungy's coming in after that. Seeley, Mooskin, Reed, keep the momentum rolling. Whoop sections, he likes them. And I've got Stewart, my wild card. What do you got?
Okay. I got Ryan Dungey to win. It just feels like he just won, but it's been too long for him. He's fired up after that press conference last week, too. So, Cole Seeley, I see him
Wait, he
finally
got
moving up to
crowned?
second. Yeah,
Right.
he's just crowned. But
It's just given.
I think Reed keeps the momentum going as well to 3rd. Tomac, 4th. Mooskin, I pushed him back to 5th. I know he had a bad finish, but he's averaging a 3.3 start on the West, or in California this year. So, and then my wild card, Cooper Webb.
This is about the most different our picks have been on a year. I'm impressed.
I like it.
Okay, well, you guys have seen it. Our picks, they are in. And join us and play. We want to see what your guys' picks are. Go to RMFantasysX.com and join the group Team RMATVMC. You can see Christian and mine's picks. Another cool thing, Blake Baggett, Benny Bloss, and Davey Millsaps are all playing, so you can see how your picks are stacking up against theirs. Now, as always, we have some really good prizes that we're always giving out each week. Christian, what do we got coming in this week?
We got first place, Bell hooking it up with the Moto9 Carbon Flex helmet, and, plus the MX vs ATV Supercross Encore game, Pirelli's 2 sets of Scorpion MX 32 tires, a custom Stellar MX Millsaps graphic kit.
That'll look good on a
every
bike.
Yep.
Yeah, TCX, a Cherubi's hooking it up, Pro Honda, EVS, ODI is in there.
Scott and moto-gate. So good stuff. I mean, get your picks in and win some of that stuff.
That's right. Remember, guys, you can win weekly prizes any week, even if you got a late start. If this is your first time playing, you can start this week, still win a top 10 prize. Has nothing to do with the point standings. So get signed up today. Go over, watch the video, make sure you're playing, win some cool prizes. And remember, we want to hear what you guys are thinking about this week. Does Tomac have what it takes?
Is Reed going to keep the ball rolling?
Is Dungy going to stay in
take the
third?
reins and run back the competition? I don't know. We'll see.
It is going to be a fun.
We had good comments last week.
We
so
want to see more of them.
yeah, we love to read them, reply, call us out, all that. It's all good. We just like to talk about racing. So
Yeah. So join us today. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Stay up to date. Watch our episodes each week before every round. I'm Chase.
I'm Christian.
We'll see you next time.